I tell you to sit y'all's asses down on the couch?
But there's also a bicycle shop around here too. The ostrich chick is
No, I meant if the gang was like a gang of niggas that just were on bicycles. Like they met up at bars, all on Cannondales.
But scary motherfuckers.
Yeah, that'd be scary as shit.
They're probably out there.
Yeah.
No, is there? In LA?
I don't know for sure, but
that shit don't exist. That would be some gangster shit.
Yeah, it would.
Because niggas would laugh at you when you pull up on a bike, and then when you stab a nigga or shoot him, then they wouldn't laugh no more.
And like you don't get away fast.
And you don't get away fast. That's be some. And imagine if I'm gonna add to that. Imagine if somebody started recording you as you slowly go away, and you turn back.
Yeah, I'm just incriminating myself the entire time.
Slow as fuck, but nobody.
It's actually the most G shit. It's more G than a drive-by.
Yo, and we could call.
y'all wild, man.
We could call nah, that's some wild shit. I like when Cam bring them. We call them the riders. Just imagine that somebody at a pizza spot, they're like, "Oh shit, the rider's coming," and we just on our bike like, "Nigga." You know what I'm saying? Stab a nigga in the thigh and then look back.
Lord, mercy.
That shit is gangster.
Crip cyclist?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You scared?
We killed it.
Well, we too old to do. We too old to do that shit. Oh,
nigga, I'm too old to do that shit too.
Yeah,
I'm 30. I can't be in no gang now.
Can't be in no gang now.
You know?
Well, I mean, let's talk about that for a second. What actually constitutes when you can be in a gang? I mean, why can't you be in a gang later on in life?
Because it's like you can only do ignorant nigga shit for so long. You know what I mean? Like it's an excuse when you're younger. Like I'm 16. I don't know no better. Yeah, it's never good. Let me establish that first.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, like if you're 36, you know, you got 2 kids.
You shouldn't be in no gang.
You didn't beat up into a gang. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's just not. No, I've seen it. It happens. It definitely happens. It just looks crazy though.
Yeah, you're right. It look crazy. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I'm like, are we conforming to society's norms? Like, nigga, why can't I be 40 and join a gang? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Can I join? Like, you want to join me? Yeah. I'm young. I feel good. I feel strong. What's up? I can probably outrun most of these 22-year-olds. What's up?
That's a red flag. Outrun? Why would you run? You're supposed to be a tough guy.
I'm just no. I mean, like physically to prove my physical fitness, like my worthiness of being in the gang.
Mm-hmm. So would you be in a frat? Because the gang is basically just a violent frat.
That's a great fucking point. Would I be in a frat? I would do a frat.
You're damn near in a frat now.
What do you mean?
I mean, gym culture. That's a little
great fucking point. That's a subculture. Because they're all gangs, frats, gym culture, CrossFitters, runners. It's all a subculture,
community.
Right?
It's just community, you know, but
damn.
I don't know. But like frats are weird for me because like you paying niggas to beat you up and for friends, you know? That's sort of crazy. Like, I don't want to pay you to get beat up. Yeah, like you gonna spank my ass for 3 months just so I can stroll with you niggas at parties.
That's a good ass point. You know, that's why I never joined a fraternity in college.
They wanted me to be Kappa. I was like, you guys are out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You guys walk around with candy cane canes and red suits. I'm not doing this shit.
That's a good ass point.
You're scaring all the hoes, bro.
Was you in a gang?
Like
I'm not a gang, but a frat?
Neither. I wasn't in a gang nor a frat.
You played football though?
I did. And I was in like at my school we had these things called finals clubs. I was in one of those, but it wasn't listed.
What's a finals club?
I mean, like a frat.
So I wasn't.
They didn't want to call it a frat. But I wasn't in a frat. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in a frat.
Hey, hold up before you finish. Welcome to 3 Black Guys on the Couch, where 3 black guys give you their perspective on worldviews, life, everything, man. You know, I'm O'Neal.
I'm Gary.
I'm Cam.
3 black guys on the couch. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe because you want to see more of us. You know, finish your story because I want to hear that. So the what club?
A finals club.
Explain that shit to us.
So at my school, it's like it was an old elitist thing that started back in like the 1800s, right? And they would do these dinner clubs where you dress up and go to these things every night and have dinner, and it was this exclusive club, right? That evolved over time into frats.
Wait, what school you go to?
Finals club, Harvard. You know that. You already know that.
What for?
You have to it's for them.
For them. Way to ruin it.
There are a lot of us out there, by the way.
Right.
You know. So okay. So I'm assuming, could be wrong here, but I'm assuming you were surrounded by all white guys.
We had mostly, not all.
All right,
but mostly.
You brothers?
Yeah.
Keep going. We want to hear this.
My sister went to MIT. There's like 4 black people in Boston.
Come on, man. Come on.
There's like only 4 of you guys.
Come on, stop
and Yeah, you go to sports games, there's just people screaming the N-word. You know, it's really crazy over there.
So it is wild. Like Boston, especially around the sports scene, has a history of being like super racist.
Yeah.
Super racist. I think that's evolved a bit, obviously, but you know, there's still that stigma there for sure.
So did you catch any racist fragments while you were there?
Oh, for sure.
Like what? Give us some stories. Give us your worst one.
Ooh, worst.
Where you wanted to just fuck somebody up, but you couldn't.
I mean, drive by saying, hey, nigga. Like that's happened.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, that happened in LA. So.
That's crazy. Wait, he did a racism drive-by?
Yeah.
That's sort of wild.
But I've also had like cabs, like, look, me and my mom, I remember this very vividly. Me and my mom were standing in front of this place called Aubon Payne right up there in Harvard Square. And there was 2 cabs. So it was us, we were in line first, right? Cabs passed us up and went to them, the white families, just because, and my assumption was because like, I mean, they see a bunch of bags and tips maybe, right?
Yeah.
But my mom sees, oh no, everybody racist. We're doing it because we're black, right? So I don't know the dynamic, but that used to happen with white and black cab drivers, you know?
Wow. So I'm just gonna, you don't have to answer this, you know, sometimes I pry and I go too far.
Yeah.
Were you having sexual relationships with the white women on Harvard's campus?
You know this nigga was. I don't even know why you had to ask that. You know he did. You 100%.
I'm just trying to
You set him up.
No kiss and
knew
tell,
it.
man. No kiss and tell.
Wow.
No kiss and tell.
Okay. Respect.
Okay. So okay, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Have you ever walked down a campus street holding a white woman's hand?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you
Shit.
my last thing. Have you ever walked down a campus street while having a conversation with a white woman that you may have been sexually attracted to?
Oh, that's for sure.
Tell us about that.
Elaborate.
No.
Elaborate.
He said no.
Absolutely
No,
not.
okay. All right. No. All right, I'm sorry. Your sister going to MIT, Cam.
Yes.
That's some gangster shit, man. Talk.
Studied,
I want to hear about that.
She studied biochem.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's like the exact opposite of me. She's like mad, meticulous and anal and just a genius.
Older or younger?
Younger. She's 23. She interned for NASA when she was 16.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's just shit you can't compete with. You know?
Did you feel like less than in the household?
Oh, no, my dad made it known. You know, he just like, it's like, because I went to Old Dominion, which is just like a party school.
Yeah.
And I just hooped there and, you know, like it wasn't really nothing, but he would just be like, she would have like get an award or like get like a fucking like 6.0 GPA type shit. And he'd be like, damn, what the fuck happened to you, nigga? And I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean,
flat out.
I'm over here trying to do photo shoots. He's like, you dumb ass. Like, what are you doing?
That's funny.
But then I remember like 3 years ago, I FaceTimed him from the LV office and I was like,
Yeah. Look at me now, pops.
You know,
What is your sister doing? What's she working with?
she does consulting for a bunch of biochem companies around the world.
Man,
that's dope.
She was
That's
in
so
Lagos
dope.
for like 3 months.
See, that's so interesting because, you know, people, as people of color, we don't really get pushed towards, you know, wanting to be a scientist.
No.
Or, you know, things of that nature and anything in the STEM field because we think that's corny.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the irony in that whole thing is we love technology.
No, 100%.
We fucking love our iPhones. We love anime. We love science fiction. We love all that shit.
Yeah.
But not many of us want to go into that field and help develop that stuff, which is just mind-boggling to me. And the conclusion I've come to is that it's been made to not look cool to us. Like it looks boring and dull and lifeless,
but
right?
It's been made that way, but like it's also like when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it sort of is. Like it doesn't, it's not aesthetically pleasing. So that's why there's a barrier. You know what I'm saying? It's like wearing a white lab coat and big ass goggles on your face for 10 hours a day isn't the most appealing looking thing. And a lot of people like appealing looking things. It's just like, I tell my sister all the time, like, we're fucked without people like her. I don't really matter. 100%. Like, it's like, I like make things look cool, make art, you know. At the end of the day, it's not really like pushing the world in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like a cool storytelling and like, that's cool. But like, if I get cancer, I'm like, you know, like, it's like, it's shit like that where it's like, I love my job, but we need both.
Yeah, and it could be deeper than that. I mean, like, look, obviously, you see that?
Yeah.
Picture?
Yeah.
Not appealing, right? Doesn't look cool.
You're like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Punch you in your stomach, take your motherfucking money.
Yeah. See, no.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
also,
Oh, no, the only time it looked cool was Breaking Bad.
That's true.
But they were selling
that was because
drugs.
he was connected to being
They were selling drugs
and
the whole thing.
They were selling drugs. They weren't
But
curing
ultimately,
cancer.
we've been behind this education curve since the beginning of our history in America, right?
Yeah.
And so the things that we came up with, our culture influenced and gave birth to, is not necessarily all this shit that we're talking about, right?
For sure.
This was here. This is what they kept us away from this whole time.
Yeah.
So for us to go in and just immediately grasp that, I mean, that takes centuries and centuries to do, right? And so I think things are changing. Hence your sister, right? There will be plenty more just like her.
I think so.
And there will be plenty of creatives like us.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're spot on. I don't think it'll take centuries. Centuries, motherfucker. That's a long time.
We well on our way.
We're well on our way. I think decades. Go ahead.
When was Harvard established?
1630.
Okay, 2 centuries then. Yeah, centuries then. Thank you, Austin.
1636.
1636.
That's what I'm here for.
When was Harvard established?
That's a lot of decades.
I need all that.
You're not wrong. It's a lot of decades.
It's a lot of that. Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. The example I like to use is that, I use this example, I beat it into the ground. But some kid, in the late 1800s saw that movie of a paper mache, ship flying to the moon. And that kid got inspired through watching that, through art.
Yeah.
And through that art, that kid created the first jet propulsion system. So art and science are closely related because,
for sure.
You have to dream it. There it is, right? Yeah. You have to dream it before you see it, before you can dream it, and then dream it before you actually do it. So they are closely related. You guys are right. I wonder when we're going to start to cross that bridge and say, man, you know what? Like a cool person, a cool woman, or a cool guy, like, I want to be an astrophysicist. But they're in shape. Or they dress fresh.
But see,
they're there.
I think another barrier with it though is like, okay, so like to promote, for example, like making a medication.
Yeah.
Takes hours.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna watch that. Being a fly nigga in a Ferrari takes 10 seconds.
This is true.
And the attention span of people is shit now.
But if you tie those two things together, right?
Yeah.
And the physicist
He's probably the closest. Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably the closest.
Which is,
but they don't. But nobody thinks. Like, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but nobody thinks that he's cool. Let's not get it twisted, right?
No.
But I'm saying, if you take the astrophysicist, right, and he happens to be the dude in the Ferrari, right? Like, that's a problem with us highlight. Who do we highlight? Right? So they are out there. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Like, went to school with a bunch of them. Your sister knows a bunch of them.
No,
I know there's only 3 other than her.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They're out there. So, of course.
So you're saying we need to highlight them?
Yes, and I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do, like a switch, right? But I think if we do more of that, then we change the perspective of what's cool.
Like what you're saying, there's a handful of them out here. The fact that, and again, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but the fact that he's been highlighted is mind-boggling to me. And I accept him because I'm so desperate for something like that. I'm like, yes, crack your corny jokes and say all this. But I know that there's something, a little more relatable out there.
Bro, the culture didn't highlight Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You're right.
So that's not our idea of cool. And I think he is cool. I like him. I will watch all of his shit because I think he's dope.
Yeah.
But he's not going to grab the attention of my cousin in Chicago that's 13 years old. That guy's not going to do it.
Yeah. And
it's a science show that we talked about that's going to do it. It's all these other things, like Logic tried to come up with a science, like it's those kind of people that are going to make things cool. And I don't know how cool Logic is nowadays, right?
No.
But like,
not that cool.
Right. Not at all.
So, but people in that lane that have that big of an audience, right, are the ones that are going to drive that.
What's interesting is that what you just said, the culture, isn't it wild how powerful the culture is? Like, whatever it blesses, whatever it knights and says is cool, you're legitimate. Like when we bing, you're relevant now. That's a crazy, powerful, magical wand to wave.
But don't you think promoting someone in a Ferrari is a much easier sell than like someone in a lab coat?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I was just looking up How many? There's 4 people who are still alive who walked on the moon.
By the way, for the audience,
supposedly,
this is 3 black guys on the couch.
Yeah.
This is 3 black guys on the couch, but the voice you hear off camera is our resident white guy, because at the end of the day, there's always a motherfucking white guy behind everything black.
I'm an ally.
I'm sorry.
He's an ally. No, for sure.
Right.
So I'm saying there's 4 people alive who have walked on the moon, allegedly.
Yeah.
But could you name any of them?
Not
Neil Armstrong.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Bud Aldrin.
He's dead too.
Okay. Shit, that's it then.
Yeah.
Charles Duke.
I didn't even know that there was a dude named David Scott that went on the moon. Oh, he
Buzz
is?
Aldrin's alive, so boom, yeah. Boom, I got one. I don't know who David Scott is, Charles Duke or Harrison Schmidt. What was your point?
To pursue a career as like an astronaut, right? Like you don't see what that really looks like, but you know exactly what John Morant's closet and shoe collection and car collection looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is wild, because when we watch movies, and we can all attest to this, when we watch The Last Starfighter, I'm dating myself by saying that shit. It's from the 80s. Damn, I take it back.
Never even seen it.
Who watched Star Wars?
Holy shit, this movie's older than me, bro. What the fuck?
I don't know where the fuck.
It is.
My grandfather saw it.
Like drastically older.
When we watch Star Wars and all that shit, we relate to Luke looking up at the stars and wanting to go visit other universes. You know what I'm saying?
But he also had a lightsaber that cut people in half. You know, like there's things to it. Like, like I think the last thing that was close to like that was like Bill Nye. Bill Nye had the TV show, and like it made kids actually want to fuck with science. Yeah. But I don't know. I have a lot of younger people around me because of the line of work, right? Yeah. And sometimes homies will come over. I'm showing interviews. 45 seconds in, scrolling on their phone. Yeah. They're not paying attention to anything longer than a TikTok now. So it's how are you gonna teach science in 30 seconds?
You damn right. Yeah, that's very true.
How is my sister gonna describe biochemical engineering in 30 seconds? It's just not gonna happen.
Our attention spans have been greatly shortened.
COVID fucked the attention span.
Yeah.
We don't pay attention to anything longer than a minute.
That's true. And
I think it's just tech, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like social media has a great part in that. But again, I want to highlight the fact that like not all people have the attention span of 30 seconds or what have you, right? There are a number of cases out there where there are cool people doing really dope shit that's not creative, right? It's art, science, science, education, etc. But how we highlight those people, again, is not as attractive as it has to be to capture our attention. That's just what it is.
No, 100%. That's true. But you also can't take away the average person. And the average person is that 30-second person. It's like, I can still read a book, you know? Yeah. You know, there's not but I'm also 30. But if you look at somebody that's like 22, bro, they're not doing any of that shit.
They're not reading books anymore?
No.
Yeah.
Not like they used to.
Would you argue that like
some people are, like you said, there are people, but it's like most people are getting their information from all the apps.
Yeah, he's right.
I understand that.
So would we argue that just like anything in the world since before we were born or existed, that it just goes around in cycles and that we're going to cycle back to the whole, longer attention spans, can read a book, you know what I mean? Is that going to come back?
It could.
Yeah.
It could.
I don't know what drives that.
Yeah. I mean, this would have to just explode.
Yeah.
We couldn't have these anymore.
Yeah.
That would be average attention span, 8.2 seconds, bro.
At what age?
Yeah.
That's the average human.
That's wild.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, what Cam said, I have countless experiences when I'm talking to somebody, and within a couple seconds, they're scrolling on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you gone. You gone. You gone.
Yeah, right.
Don't you think that's like a dumbing down of people?
Yeah.
So there's
1,000%.
You're saying like it's a harder sell for someone to be like, the younger version of you to look up to aspire to go to Harvard, right?
Yeah.
Or to be Cam. You know what I mean? Like it seems cool to be Cam rather than to be
Gary.
look,
Gary. Man. Here's so this is a different perspective, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. But I would be very surprised if my little cousin thought it would be cooler to be Lil Durk than Elon Musk. And that's just me. Maybe it's the
say
way,
again? You what?
That it would be cooler to be Lil Durk than Elon Musk.
Yeah,
like I just don't like. I think that he would absolutely look. I'd rather be Elon. Elon got fly shit. He got all the B's. He got everything that he wants.
You think your little cousin thinks that?
100%. I know he thinks that for a fact.
How old is he?
15.
He may be the exception because,
and I understand that he can be.
He's the exception.
But does your 15-year-old cousin know the behind the scenes of each of those people you're talking about? You're talking about
he knows behind the scenes of the Chicago
so
scene.
He knows somewhat that Durk was doomed from the start, and that's what he made the best of his options.
He does know all that. Yeah.
He also knows that. Does he know Elon Musk is out of his fucking mind?
I'm sure he does, but he sees Elon, and
he named his daughter an ISBN number. Like, I mean, he's batshit crazy.
But he also sees this. He sees. Look,
he wants to give Kanye free speech on Twitter. Like, let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about that in a minute for sure. But he also sees, look, someone who's changing the world, someone who's influential on the way we now live, like Steve Jobs or like anyone else.
But like a lot of it, I feel like is fluff. Like, where is the Cybertruck? Nigga took everybody's money. Where's that car?
Yeah, man, I want my $100.
Like he be doing that shit. He be doing he be a pre-order for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I told I don't want to laugh.
Okay, 2023.
I told my mom.
Okay.
I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna
and don't get me wrong, I like Elon Musk. I got two pre-orders.
I told my mom, I was like, I think I'm gonna get that Cybertruck. My mom's Jamaican, right? I said, I think I'm gonna get that new Tesla Cybertruck. She said, yeah, oh. She said, how? I said, I put some money down on it. She said, oh, okay, all right. How much you put down? I said $100. She said, just make sure you have the rest of it. Just make sure you have the rest of the money for putting on it. Come on. I was like, bye. I'm done. I'm hanging up on you.
No, but I'm definitely getting it.
I'm getting it too.
It's obnoxious, but I love it.
Yeah.
Bro, so imagine if we had a black Elon Musk.
But that's the next point I was about to make.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Cam.
I mean,
say it, Cam. Say it, Cam.
Say what you want to say.
Say what you want to say,
sure.
Cam. You're not incriminating yourself.
He's white. It's different.
For sure.
Like,
100%.
It's just not going to be that.
100%.
Even if there is a black version of that, it's not going to. I just don't think.
So you don't think there could be
2022 right now? A black person becoming a billionaire is off of some Jay-Z shit. It's not going to be Elon Musk shit because they're not going to be able to make those deals.
Do you feel like
it's just not how it goes?
So Cam, with that being said, do you feel like a ceiling a cap has been put over our heads?
Oh, I mean, that's since the beginning of time.
Yeah. During COVID, during the whole COVID thing, I heard this guy say something, and I really wish I would have started following him, but I didn't. I was just so anxious to post so it can be seen like an idiot. I didn't pay attention. I don't know where he is, what is it, IG pages, but during the whole thing, he was like, he was talking to black people, and he was like, what you all are asking for is affection. You're asking for affection from people that clothe you, feed you. You have your kids in their hospitals. They educate you. They do all these things. People that once hated you and were against you, and they created a whole infrastructure that you live in and that you depend on every single day. Yet you're asking for affection from them. He's like, you won't get it. You have to take what you want and be financially independent and free in order to have all that. And obviously we all knew that, but the way in which he worded it had me like, that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
we live in a construct that we didn't create.
Like, celebrity worship is so fucking stupid. It's like when all the BLM shit was happening, and then like then the Stop Asian Hate, it was just like, why aren't you like saying anything on your story? It's like, bro, have you not followed me for the last 7 years?
Yeah.
I post clothes and photography.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you want me to talk about, I don't even talk about BLM. It's not, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
There are people, like you said, like there are martyrs that we should champion in that regard, but I'm not that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And what you're saying is such a lost thing now, playing your position and knowing what you specialize in. You see simple forms of it on Bleacher Report. Yeah. Or on IG where people are like, Anthony Edwards needs to lose weight. Stop eating Popeye chicken. or man, his jumper is broke, or he's never been able to dribble. And it's like, motherfucker, have you ever even dribbled a basketball?
Yeah, like it's.
Have you ever been, you don't know shit. We just have all these people with all these opinions, and it's I'm torn because I partially feel like I don't want to hear everybody's opinion. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And on top of that, you have the trolls that are like, oh, let me just say this to incite some issues. Oh, I made them get mad. You have all these things, these people that are dealing with probably mental health issues or living in a bad home or whatever. And they're like, oh, I can just push a couple buttons and solicit a reaction from KD way across the ocean. And KD will actually fucking respond to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So people are doing that now. So it's like, yeah, Elon is, saying that he's, buying Twitter because he wants to bring freedom of speech back or whatever, but motherfuckers already saying what they want to say.
Yeah, but and it just, like that headline alone just terrified me because what comes with that.
Yeah.
Of course.
I saw the Ford pickup trucks just coming straight at me. I was like, oh, fuck.
We're getting to a point where
Here we go.
It's almost as scary, well, it is as scary to be quiet as it is to say something.
1,000%.
Which is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Right? I have a question for each one of you guys. How do you feel when you see somebody wearing a MAGA hat?
I don't care.
No feeling at all.
Mm-mm.
You, Austin?
Let me put an asterisk to that though. I grew up in Virginia,
gotcha.
So it's nothing new to me. It's a Commonwealth state. So like, there's certain gas stations I go to that have like specials on Natty Light. I know not to go in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay.
Yeah.
So when I see a MAGA hat, I'm just like, these are the same motherfuckers I've seen my entire life.
But do you assume that they are?
Oh no, I just assume they're Republican. But then I'm like, whatever.
Gotcha.
But it's like, I'm not a good person to ask about those type of things because like, and this is really selfish, but like when it comes to politics, like voting and the parties, like not a lot of it like really affects my everyday anymore. I'm a freelancer. I have to pay for my own health insurance. I pay for everything. It's not like I really like, so.
You got kids?
No. So
that might change. That
will change things for sure. But I'm saying right now.
Right, yeah.
And I know it's selfish right now, but I'm just like, when Trump was in office versus now, it's like
your life didn't change.
My life didn't change much. And hot take, I didn't like Trump sort of showed people's true colors. So I sort of like that. People who I've been around for years. Oh, whoa.
100%.
Oh shit, you're like that.
Agree with that.
Great. Now I know to not be near you. Whereas like
agree.
Hillary or Biden, it's like, they're like, yeah, we're helping you. We're helping you. We're helping you. And it's like, okay. And that's almost worse. Like,
I want to see the snakes in the grass.
Yeah.
I want to see. So I enjoy that.
I got the question for you too.
When I don't know, I'm torn. Part of me wants to be aggressive with them because it's just in my nature. You think you wear the shit around me, I'll slap the shit out you.
Bro.
Right? Why?
Huh?
Do you assume they're racist?
Yeah. I assume all that. I assume they're racist. I assume all that. So it conjures some anger in me, and another part of me is like, man, this ain't got nothing to do with you. So I'm always torn. I take it a step further. When I'm on the freeway and I see somebody with a motherfucking American flag on their truck, it takes everything in me not to pull up.
Man, what's funny is like, yeah, man, that
because I feel like I don't want you to feel like you can have your MAGA hat, support all that shit, but I don't want you to feel like you can do that shit around me because I take it personally. Like, oh, that's O'Neal. He ain't gonna do shit. Like, I want you to be like, oh, when you got your hat on and you see me walking down the street, I want you to take that bitch off, like Austin does. I'm just kidding. Take that bitch off. I want you to hide it. I want you to be that.
What about a pussy hat?
Huh? You wear that all day. Just kidding. Yeah, so
it drives that inside you, like that Make America Great Again drives that, like, it could be racist. They don't like black folks, like all those things.
Man, if you're Republican, I feel a certain type of way about you. I don't give a fuck. If you're Republican, I feel a certain type of way about you.
How do you feel?
Kind of like lean on more like what Cam was saying. It's like, I don't assume, but it's kind of been ingrained in us to like look at that. It's like, oh, this is this kind of white guy.
Right. You're associated with him. So.
You associate it with, but I also don't want to go as far to say like, oh, he's one of the guys with the little tiki torches that was walking around, like on some Proud Boy shit. Like, so I don't know. Like I said, it's not like, it's no one in, not the type of white boys that I kick it with. So like, I'm kind of like with Cam on that, where it's like, I don't
I don't try to read into it too much.
Yeah,
and
just keep it moving.
Just keep it moving.
I mean, bro, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
I think I'm somewhere in between O'Neal and Austin there, and Cam.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely triggering, but I also have to put that wall up and be like, this is not necessarily a Nazi. They probably don't know what they're doing. Like, I mean, that makes me seem like I'm some sort of higher intellectual power or something. I'm not. But I just think most Trump voters are like falling for a scam to some extent. Yeah. And I think a lot of them are just looking for a sense of purpose and a way to sort of draw attention to themselves politically and socially to just, give them some like purpose in their lives.
For sure.
It is also like a trolling.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what
I think that's totally similar to what the left is doing with the cancel culture and stuff. It's look at me, look at how down for this cause I am. It feels great to be this kind of countercultural force one way or another, no matter what side of the aisle you're on or political spectrum, if there is a political spectrum.
From personal experience, like I've learned that dealing with those type of people, ignoring them or just like smiling in their face pisses them off way more than hitting them in the face.
This is true.
They want me to hit you. Look at me. Yeah. They want me to knock you out.
Yeah.
But if I just look at you and be like, yo, have a nice day, man. They get so mad.
Because you're looking past them.
Because I don't care. Like, because I mean, like, not for nothing. It's like, bro, I'm 6'5" and I'm black. You're not going to try to fight me. Most of you niggas aren't. Yeah. If you want to shoot me, then bro, okay. You know, it was time. But I just can't. I live every day as a black man, so I got so many other things to worry about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't be bothered with a dude wearing a red hat calling me the N-word.
So I asked that question because I've got on Yeezy slides right now, right? And you know, I've got
some tight ass pants on.
Being an activist comes with an Instagram, you know? That shouldn't even be a thing. A true martyr should be able to speak without having to do the ads and all the bullshit.
I agree.
You know, like who we got? Sean King? Is he even black?
Yeah, he's biracial.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't.
Sorry, Sean.
I'm just you know. I'm not the only one to ask that.
Yeah, a lot of people, I asked that first too.
Yeah, you know, like, but then it's like, okay, like D-Ray, for example. You remember D-Ray?
Yeah, Chicago comedian, right?
Yeah. No, not the comedian, the activist.
Nope.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, black.
But he was more known for wearing a blue vest than what he was saying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're right. And now he's like.
Now he's just like an influencer.
Yeah.
It's like a true martyr would be like, I don't need any of that. Just I'm gonna fight for my people.
And another thing,
and it's gonna take a rare person for that.
Rare and traditionally, let's be real. Let's not act like these. And I'm not saying y'all not, but let's not act like these so-called new activists, these new IG activists, don't have in the back of their head that I'm only gonna go so far, because 100% of our black activists have all been killed. They've all been martyred. All of them. So don't think for 1 second that these new young IG activists don't know that, and they're like, I'm gonna stop right here, because they're not trying to die for the cause. I can't stand the way this nigga be dressing sometimes.
He does.
Why you wearing the type of shit, bro?
Every time, this is a common thing.
Why you? Look, I can't. I can't even get the fabric. Look at this shit.
Come on, man.
What brand is this?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even tell you, honestly.
I can't
tell you, bro.
I won't come to people about clothes if I know they don't really, if it's just clothes to them.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah. Basically, what you're saying is he don't know no better.
I don't think he wants to. He went to Harvard. If he wanted to know about clothes, I feel like he could.
That's true.
But
he do though, because he be talking to me about clothes. Bro, let me tell you something that you don't know.
What kind of clothes I talk to you about?
You be judging me, nigga, all the time. When I wear shit,
talk about your clothes.
He be like, what this nigga wearing? Man, this nigga wearing a dress, but then you come in some shit like this.
He always talks about wearing a dress. I ain't never really seen him in a dress.
He
always talks about a dress.
Yeah, that is.
When have you worn a dress?
He just made a really good point. I've heard O'Neal probably say like 15 times, like,
wearing a dress.
I'm wearing a dress. Never seen this nigga in a dress ever.
I'll put up a picture
Not
of me.
even a skirt. Never seen him in anything like it.
Right.
I'm gonna put up an IG picture of me in a skirt. But let's talk about these Coogee socks first. Okay. This nigga wear Coogee socks too.
Yeah, he came in my socks too. But he wears fucking shrimp swim trunks to the fucking gym. Like it's
I saw that.
never like Vine Vineyards shorts. Like trying to come for me
because I'm just trying to change it up. You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of a label whore too, man.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
not
oh
no
man,
label whore. What?
Those
How
sweats,
many
those yellow
Soleil
sweats.
Crocs do you own?
Just 2.
That's
And
a
I asked
lie.
him, yo,
I
those
swear to
sweats
God.
are dope.
Fucking
Where'd you
lie.
get them?
There's
He's
no
like,
way.
these are. I forgot what you told me.
Lie,
they were.
nigga. Look
Like
at-
YSL or some shit like that. No,
That's
it's like,
a fucking lie. I don't wear no
the text-
YSL.
I got
Oh, these
hey,
YSL sweats.
And,
Nigga, that
and he
sound like
was,
something come
he
out
was
my mouth.
embarrassed to tell me that they was H&M or whatever the fuck else he was wearing.
What? You lying. Now you making up
Bro,
lies.
you know what? You ain't gonna call me no lie. Hold on.
Oh, you recorded the
pull
shit.
up
Nigga,
the
No,
receipts.
we gonna call
Receipts.
somebody. Let's call somebody on there. Is that thing?
Who you gonna call?
Call B.
Nigga, that nigga agree. He against me, nigga. He gonna agree with you because he's my enemy.
No,
he
man.
my op. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on. No, but truthfully, yeah, clothes,
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Rolexes, all that stuff.
When
like,
people
not-
try and it sucks, it's like okay, I'm a
Then you gonna flame him. Yeah, this nigga be
is
trying though. He be trying.
No, he
Bro.
just doesn't. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I got you.
For me, like that's no one's ever stopped me and asked me, "Hey, where'd you got any of that you got on?"
Yeah.
I've never.
That's a daily for me.
That's dope.
That's
man.
a daily for me. And Austin's witnessed it too many times to count.
Have you ever worn something that you feel a little bit uncomfortable? You're like, man, I don't know if I could pull this off. Let me try. Like you ever push your own boundary?
In the past, yes.
Yeah.
But now, no.
Like, what was it?
Do we ever really discuss this?
I'm curious.
In the past, I was wearing some man skirts and I get mixed reactions. I had one of those Fear of God skirts. I got some heat for that. Then I wore a real woman skirt because I was like, this is fly. And then I got heat for that because it was a little too tight on my head. So you experiment with stuff, bro.
Yo, what are you doing?
I'm just living my truth, bro.
You know what?
You feel me? I'm just living my truth.
This goes back. Like I said, man. Like I'm glad that you are you because, I mean, shit.
I just like to explore fashion.
That's empowering for, like you were saying, it's
That's
empowering for
like some
somebody
kid,
else
like
who's
no
out
bullshit. Some
there,
kid
like,
at home's
I
gonna be
wanna
like,
wear a skirt.
Yeah.
O'Neal wore it.
Yeah, I get a lot of heat for that. They be like, you
Shoot jumpers in it.
Yeah. There's me with a champion shirt shooting a jumper.
Did you have on a jock strap?
No, it was a champion skirt with shorts that was connected to it, but it looked like a skirt. And I was playing basketball at the park with my daughter. I don't care. I'm living my truth. I'm not going to let not you, but I'm not going to let any man or woman that I don't know or know steal my joy. Like when I get up in the morning, I'm going to do what I want to do because it's my life. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, oh man, Austin didn't like the socks I was wearing and I didn't wear it. You know, I don't think about, I'll let people talk. I've been getting clowned for the way I dress since I was, I don't know how old. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the picture of me. I've been getting
Yeah, I saw a picture of you, but you acquiesced.
Nah, bro, look.
I don't know what that means.
He likes all the attention. When people clown him,
I do. Before I was like any young kid, like leave me alone. But now I'm like,
you love it.
I love
that's
it now.
Why you do
I
it.
love it. You know what I'm saying? What else do you do when you're not playing tennis or golfing? When you're lonely, specifically when you're lonely,
Watch TV, watch movies.
like Extraction.
TV shows. You watch Yellowstone?
That's so crazy that you just asked me that because today I saw a spinoff of Yellowstone that's about to start with
1857 or
yeah,
whatever. 1957.
I've never seen it. And then I read the comments and people were going crazy. So I was like, apparently I got to start watching Yellowstone. Is that a good show?
I like it.
Any black people in there?
Damn.
Yeah, nigga. Damn. But you
There is one cowboy at the ranch, Dutton Ranch.
Does he get a lot of screen time? God damn.
No, probably not.
Who is his character? What is his character?
Fuck, I don't know.
But you like watching the white people on there, though, huh?
I love watching the show. White, blue,
Well, you
green.
love watching the show, which consists of
Native Americans too.
Okay, good answer.
Like when I was in Chicago, after so many years sitting courtside at NBA games, I can't go to games now. I'm like,
yeah.
it's hard. It's like we were foot on the court, right next to the visitors bench. You hear all the shit the players and coaches are saying. You hear the skin on skin picks and stuff. So it's like it's hard to sit row 4 now.
That's kind of like women who are married to really wealthy men. They're accustomed to a certain lifestyle during the divorce.
Yep. And then you come meet Jermaine. You're like, wait.
You meet Jermaine. She's like,
like Olive Garden, Chipotle.
Olive Garden. You don't even know what antiquated means.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but that's
You walk
I don't
by
want
the
to
bedroom.
watch
She's like,
Yellowstone.
What'd you say?
I don't want to watch
You're not
Yellowstone.
Yeah, it's
Yellowstone.
like she's like, Jeff used to take me to Yellowstone.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
watching
Say,
Yellowstone.
girl, all this nigga do is watch Yellowstone and use antiquated all the wrong time. Yeah, dog, I get it.
You know what's funny? I really am cheap about dumb shit, but I like waste my money on dumb shit. Like I'm cheap about shit that's important.
Yeah.
But I waste my money on shit that's not important.
What's the biggest, stupidest?
Bro, I just told someone this today. I just bought an espresso machine. It was like $1,000.
Oh, I want one of them too, and I don't even
Breville?
drink. Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
but I drink coffee.
$1,000.
So my logic of this is I looked on my Starbucks thing, like, and I don't even, this is gonna tell you how stupid I am. I don't even like Starbucks, but it's convenient where I live. It's near me, so I go to it every morning before I drive over to the office or whatever. And you can do this thing on your phone where you pre-order it.
Yeah.
Starbucks has this system down where they fuck people. Because when you get below $5, they have to auto load you up. You auto reload or whatever. And so it goes up to like $25, $50 or whatever you select. But I've spent $250 a month at Starbucks.
That don't sound like a bad thing.
That is a bad thing when I don't even like Starbucks.
Oh yeah, I hate Starbucks.
And that's not including like the other coffee that I drink at other places. And so in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna get my investment back off of this espresso machine in 4 or 5 months. Like boom. And hopefully
you're still gonna go to Starbucks because
no, I'm not.
That's a stupid purchase at all.
But so like, but like, so I'm gonna go back to like why I don't spend money on important things. So I spend money on an espresso machine, which probably I can go without. I can go without drinking coffee. But if you come to my house, in my living room, I don't have a coffee table. Like it's just a couch.
Is your crib suitable like to entertain guests?
We're gonna sit on the couch. You ain't gonna have no drinks over there.
Okay, so if you have a female friend come over, is it suitable to entertain her? Do you feel proud of it?
Yeah, I mean, like there's no coffee table here.
But you do have a table.
We don't entertain guests here.
I mean, yeah, but
what? No,
speak your mind.
No, never mind.
You see how I got him trained? You know.
Oh my God! So you gotta say something now.
You gotta say we waiting on you.
Yeah, you gotta say something.
I was just saying, like we're not like over here at your crib watching Yellowstone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's true. No, that's true. Okay,
sounds good.
That's true. You know what's crazy? I don't really have company.
So you don't bring. So if you.
But if I did, I mean, it's just like, yeah, if you want to sit on the couch and watch TV, we can. But like, there's nothing to put on the table.
So if you have a female friend and you want to invite her over for dinner, you want to cook Cornish hen.
I have a dining table.
Yeah,
but I don't like eating on a couch anyways. Whether there's a table, I won't eat on my couch.
So okay, I guess let me get to that.
Yeah, where are we going?
Yeah. Where are we going with this? Have you ever entertained a female friend at your place? Like
yes.
Make Cornish hen, some corn.
I don't.
Some green beans.
What in the fuck? I have not made Cornish hen ever. I have not made corn ever.
Stop. I had to get that out because somebody mentioned it to me the other day. And I was like, ever since I moved out of the ghetto, I ain't never heard of Cornish hen.
That's a baby hen.
That's the baby hen. But most people in the ghetto eat Cornish hen.
Why do they? Because they can't afford the big chicken?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a ghetto thing. Tell me last time you heard a motherfucker here talk about Cornish hen. I'll wait.
I didn't know it was a.
Yeah. Have y'all ever ate Cornish hen?
I have, for sure.
They never heard. They're
Really?
white. They never had Cornish hen.
Cornish hen? No.
Cornish hen don't exist to them.
Wow. That's funny. I didn't.
Yeah. Cornish hen.
Interesting.
Any black
Is it
people.
a Southern thing or is it just?
I have no idea, but all I know is Cornish hen is popular in the black community. Black people know about Cornish hen. Every white person I ask about Cornish hen, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm dead wrong. Now you thinking about that?
Did you eat Vienna sausage growing up?
Yeah, I definitely did with the crackers.
I tried.
I did
before.
not.
Shit is
I did
disgusting,
not.
bro.
I grew up fucking poor. Like, and I'm still poor, but I grew up poor.
You guys can battle about that because O'Neal brings it up every other.
Did you grow up in Jamaica?
I grew up partly in Jamaica and mostly in Detroit, Michigan.
When did you move to Detroit?
When I was like 5 or 6. You didn't grow up in sports, man.
Let's have a contest.
Okay, so I was so poor that my mom always bought Raisin Bran, and I would get mad at her for that because I couldn't distinguish between the raisins and the roaches. That's how poor I was. You go.
I was so poor that we didn't even eat cereal. We didn't eat fucking breakfast, lunch, and sometimes not dinner.
Okay, boom. I was so poor that when I'd be doing my homework on the bed and a roach would be on the wall, the roach would fly down and land on my homework.
But real quick, being poor doesn't mean you have roaches. Like that's
I'm going somewhere with all of this.
Okay.
Go, keep going.
I was so poor. We had holes in our floor. You could literally go from walking on the ground to on the fucking dirt. Like
that ain't shit. I also poor that a whole bunch of times the electric and light got cut off, and we had to freeze and walk in dark.
My shit got cut off last week.
Brother.
My shit got cut off.
It's pretty basic, O'Neal.
Yeah.
Is that basic?
I mean, people getting lights cut off like left or right, but let's see.
Yeah, look, he's stumped.
I'm not stumped. I'm just. I mean,
is he gonna keep going?
I mean, I'm gonna win this all day.
Nah, you're not going to, man.
I also I had to stand in the WIC line with my mom to get food stamps.
We didn't even have we didn't get
the big blocks of cheese.
We didn't have none of that.
Giving the white people exactly what they want to see. Look at this.
Damn, we give y'all white people. I know y'all white people looking at this smiling like.
No, but I actually, it's funny. Like I joke about it, but like the lady I call mom now, she's actually white. She's Caucasian. She took me in when I was in like high school, and I won't say I was like dirt poor, so I'm sorry you went through that, but like it was a struggle, man. Like it was part of the time where it was like, I mean, definitely was less fortunate and had less than in the community that I grew up in, which was predominantly white. That small area where we lived, the minorities, it was really bad, and so. But that's kind of like I tell people all the time. That's kind of what just like motivated me to kind of want to go to college and get out of that like environment.
That's dope that she took you guys in though.
Yeah,
you know yeah. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Being raised by a white mother, right?
Yeah.
Did she like go out of her way to like try to give a young black boy what she think he might need?
I should back up and tell you she already had minority kids. Like her, she had Jordan, my younger brother. She had him when she was 16. His dad was black. She had 2 other kids. They're Colombian, and she had a Puerto Rican. So she's
gotcha. So she was already versed in yeah.
She's all through it.
Gotcha. That's dope, man. That's gangster.
What are you doing?
What are you going, man?
Don't do that.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
See, this is listen. This is the fucking problem I have with Gary. Besides the fucking,
you should have a segment. The problem I have with Gary.
We're gonna have a segment like that. 3 black guys on the couch. The problem I have with Gary. This is the first segment about that. One of my problems is his pants are so tight you can see the veins in his calf muscles.
You said that on last episode.
That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. The second problem is he always got a baseball cap on, but we talked about that already. You know what I'm saying? And I got a third problem. It's the biggest one ever. You probably can guess what that is.
Let me guess.
Every time we go out, I pay the bill and this nigga never pay me back. Every fucking time.
I'm out of this one.
His favorite thing is be like, I got you. Austin, Gary has never paid for a meal since I've known him.
I'm gonna step in and just say, when me and Gary have been out separately, other times we've traveled, we've been to Vegas, we've been to a bunch of places, we always split 50-50. So the Gary that I know, generous. Sometimes he'll cover, I'll cover. He'll cover, I'll cover. So I can't say that I can experience the Gary that.
I don't know why you do me like that. Then I don't know why you do me like Gary. You want to talk about that?
Oh, Neil, come on, man. You a liar, bro.
Well, why am I lying?
You know why he's lying.
I'm not in this. I'm out of this.
Why am I lying? Speak your mind. Why am I lying? Why am I lying, Gary?
Oh, man, I'm never into putting your business out there on the street.
No, put it out there. Why am I lying?
You owe me money from all types of dinners and clubs and all that.
What clubs?
Because you said you didn't want it on your card when we went to clubs. Because you said, "Oh, Mag, I don't want Maggie to know that I'm here."
Wait.
That's actually not true. That's actually not true.
Motherfucker.
That's not true. That's
that part out.
I made it up. Yeah, right. I made it up.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. Appreciate you coming on the show. Hey, this shit is getting too dark out here. This is 3 black guys on the couch, the dark edition. I'm O'Neal.
I'm Jermaine.
I'm Gary.
It's been 3 black guys on the couch. Please like and subscribe if you want more dark midnight 3 black guys on the couch.
Why'd you say that voice though?
Because it's dark.